What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in Black Ops 6 Zombies and we're actually going to be testing FMJ. Hopefully this won't be a super long video and hopefully it'll be fairly easy to test, but essentially what I wanted to do was dive in with the weapon that I knew had FMJ available to it, create a build with FMJ on it. That way we wouldn't have to save and quit and do all that. So we are rocking the Tonto. I'm using a specific build now that has recoil springs on instead of the FMJ attachment. And then I did a zombie build, which we will be able to purchase off the wall at some point once we get over there. And we'll be able to test it out with FMJ as well. Essentially, I just want to see if FMJ has any impact at all in zombies, if it's even going to be worth you running, as opposed to something like maybe rapid fire or, again, recoil springs if it's a weapon that you want to have less recoil with. Because I think there are some people out there that might think that it'd be beneficial towards the armored enemies, and I just don't know if that's actually going to be the case. I personally don't think it's going to have any effect at all, as it does say it affects, I guess, penetration damage and damage against score streaks. But I don't really think that's going to impact our damage against armored enemies, but we will have to make it far enough in the run to have enough essence to be able to purchase our weapon off the wall. Make sure our weapons are equally upgraded. Obviously, whenever I buy the one off the wall, I want to make sure it's the exact same as the one that we had when we fired without FMJ, so that is also an element that we're going to have to make sure we kind of keep in check. So basically, at this point, what I'm going to do is just rack up a few rounds, make my way up into the church area, and then once we're able to purchase the other version of the weapon, we can actually test it out. We also do have to make it far enough to get our armored enemies, but the good news is we'll be able to test this all in one match. Again, I don't really think that it's going to make any impact on how much damage we do to armored enemies. If it does, that would be absolutely fantastic, but we can also test, since it does have a bullet penetration effect, if it does eliminate an armored zombie in any less bullets, or we can do our best to test that. All right, so we made it to a good point in the match where we were able to take advantage of the Easter egg from the church to be able to upgrade this to rare, because we know the one that is on the wall down there is also going to be rare. So what I'm going to do now is actually try to get it down to just the armored zombies here. And we should be able to test these without even pack-a-punching, since we have equal... I got to get this one zombie away from the rest. Ooh, come on. Come on. I don't want to hit the other zombies, even though it might not matter. This will be a perfect way for us to test without even pack-a-punching, without even going up to too many rounds or having to do anything too crazy. And if we want to, we can then, there we go, take advantage of the Mangler in the next round, which will be round 11. So now that we're at this point, we can kind of see what kind of blue damage we do. So hit him in the head, 25. Hit him in the head, 49, but I broke his helmet off. So that guy actually took some damage. Can I hit him in the chest? Yep, 49, 49, 49. So it's consistently 49. So now what we can do, and I think it'll drop it on the ground, so I might even be able to pick up my original one if we want to kind of mess around a little bit more. But let's go ahead and pick this guy up by this. Should leave my other one. Yep, leaves it on the ground. This one should now have FMJ. So, boom, 49. It's weird, though, because it's the second bullet. Is every second bullet goes through? Did 176? 76? He doesn't have any armor left. Okay, 49 again. Didn't do any additional armor. But I think I kind of feel like I need to get an additional zombie in order to truly tell. An additional armored zombie. Because it seemed like every other bullet was going through the armor. But there's no way to know unless I get another armored zombie. But it did not do additional damage, which was something we were kind of hoping it would do. Another thing that we do want to kind of test, which I can actually... Let's pick up this original. We have enough essence to mess with this. Pick up our original Tonto, one without FMJ once again, just in case it does have a benefiting factor to this, just so I can see if it matters at all. So I want to see how many shots it takes us to take down an armored zombie, hitting it only in the chest to see if there's any difference there. Try to test as many things as possible, you know? All right, I think I'm now at the point where we have almost no zombies. So this guy, let's say 4 bullets, 5, 6, is going to get hit by the blast. 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 shots. I mean, there's only so many things we can do, right? Like 11 shots, I feel like. Let's just do one shot at this guy. He does 27. All right, buying the Tonto off the wall again to get our FMJ back. Now let's see if we can get another zombie that is armored. That is not armored. Let's also shoot him once. Oh, it did 30, but it was a different range. So I don't know if it makes... If that's the difference in general, that's horrible. So hopefully that's not the case. Oh, I did 27, so it was a range thing. Wait, what happened to my other zombies? Oh, there's behind them. All right, let's go ahead and eliminate this guy. Yeah, see, it doesn't seem to me to make much difference at all. Seems like you get through the armor in just about the same amount of time. I guess that could be the case, right? You get through the armor faster. But we do have an armored zombie here. Does this guy have more health? They both have a few shots less health. I guess we'll see approximately how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it lines up. It looked about 3 shots short, so same thing. This guy's going to take like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. Okay, I have one last thing that I would like to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be kind of hard to test. I think it's going to be really hard to test. Maybe if I can get them all to spawn in first. I want to see how many bullets it takes me to break the chest armor off the armored zombie, and then grab the FMJ version again and see if it's any faster. That's the last thing I can think of that might be a possibility that would be a benefit to the FMJ, but outside of that, up to this point, it's absolutely had no effect. Now, if there's something you guys would like to see me test in a future video, please be sure to share in the comment section below, because I'm definitely down to test more things like this if you guys would like to see them. It can be a little bit tricky just depending on what it is, but I'm always down to give it my best chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I think it was like 6. We'll say it was 6 if we want to be fair, right? It's tricky because there's so many zombies. You could say, oh, well, just kill the rest of the zombies. Well, it's not that simple. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, it's not consistent. It broke off, but it wasn't consistent. And this one does have the FMJ. So that was the last possibility of things I could think of as far as what the FMJ's benefits would be. I guess there is the possibility that maybe more bullets go through the target and impact the targets on the back side of it. That would be pretty hard to test, I think, in my opinion. So that is probably going to be it for today's test. The FMJ, absolutely, in my opinion, is not worth running. I would definitely recommend running rapid fire. You're going to only get more bullets out quicker. It's going to allow you to do a little bit more damage. And I think it's just going to be overall a lot more useful for most of the weapons, especially in zombies. Outside of that, maybe pop on the recoil springs if you're having issues with recoil, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem in zombies at all. But that is going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!